Hello, dear friends and family. I welcome you back to this edition of our positive word. It's a pleasure to see you again. God's calling, God's waiting. God has invited us to come. Although there are people who already are children of God, there are billions who are still walking outside of the light and the truth of God in Christ Jesus. And I stop by to remind us today that God is calling you. God is waiting for you. God is interested in having you saved, redeemed, not only from this life, but in the life hereafter. God is calling. Your name is on his list of those he wants saved. Are you going to respond? What are you going to do with this invitation? The Bible tells us in Isaiah chapter 62, verse 5, and as the bridegroom rejoices over the bride, so shall your God rejoice over you. The bridegroom, the husband, is always excited with his bride. That's how God will be excited, delighted, over the moon for you when you turn to him. And he is waiting patiently. God is our bridegroom. And at the end of life, he is waiting to welcome us, to receive us into his eternal kingdom. Are you going to accept this invitation? We can only prepare for that grand occasion while we are alive now. Do not let this pass you by. God is calling you. This call is still on. As long as you're still breathing, you go to bed and wake up each time. That means, and you haven't found God, that means God is giving you time. He's waiting patiently for you to come to answer the call. We're told in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 13, if you look for me wholeheartedly, you will find me. I keep referring people who have questions about God, his existence, his faithfulness, the fact that he can support and help us through every situation in life. Take your questions, your queries to God. Trust me, he will show up. He will answer you. You just need to trust him. You just need to go to him. When you pose those questions to me, I may only be able to explain here and there and fall short of really helping you understand because I am not God. If you ask me questions about myself, I will be able to answer you perfectly, completely, because it's about me. Of course, I know me. I know God, but I don't know him totally. And only he can help you understand him. So all your questions, take them to God. He's waiting. He's calling you. That's why he said in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, come to me, all who are weary and have heavy burden. I will give you rest. Trust me, dearly beloved. You will agree that this world has too much trouble that weighs us down, that breaks our heart, that keep us awake at night. But God says, come, bring all those troubles, bring everything that is weighing you down, that is keeping you awake, giving you palpitation, you're afraid of the future. Bring all of them and whatever else. Take them to God, and he will give you rest, give you peace in the midst of all of these turbulences. God is calling. God is waiting. The world is falling away, is running more and more into the lost state and dragging billions with it. Do not be one of them. There's a lot of people falling away because it says in the Bible that there'll be a great falling away, that we see how people are doing everything to bring God's name to shame. Everybody's bold now, declaring allegiance with the devil. Do not be one of them, because light is better than that darkness. Love is better than hatred. The devil cannot give you what he hasn't got. He hasn't got light. He hasn't got love. He does not have peace. He can't give you joy. Everything he gives to you is a counterfeit, and by the time the real thing unravels, it usually is too late. Dearly beloved, God is calling you today. Come. This invitation is directly from God and is targeting every human being on earth. But those who deny God's existence, who feel that they are God in themselves and do not need him, everybody. There is no discrimination or screening process as we have in human systems to discredit other people. God opens this invitation to all people from all walks of life to come. He's calling. He says, come, all. Man, woman, boy, girl, young, old, rich, poor, beautiful, ugly, fat, thin. Your location does not matter. Whatever belief systems you have does not matter. Your background, your upbringing, your training, your education, your literate background, nothing matters before God. Just come as you are and let him transform you from within. God is calling. God is waiting. Are you going to respond? My dear friend, time is running out. Events around the world are showing that the world understands, the kingdom of darkness understands. Hence, the fishing for souls have intensified. But God says, come, my dear. He's willing, he's ready, he's waiting. Are you going to accept this? I thank you for joining me today. Until I come your way again, it's goodbye for now as you respond to the call of God. God bless you.